Hi, I'm Gia Nicolaides. Here's everything you need to know today about the coronavirus. It's day 110 of the national lockdown, and the total number of COVID-19 cases is up to 287,000. Another 93 people have died of the virus, bringing the total number of deaths to 4,172. The recovery rate is down slightly to 48%, meaning over 138,000 people are listed as recovered. Cooperative Governance Minister Nkosazana Dlamini-Zuma briefed the media on the new regulations announced by the President. Masks are now mandatory, and employers, managers and building owners are now liable if people enter without a mask. Failure to comply will result in a fine or 6 months in prison. There's also been some explanation around the alcohol ban, focusing mainly on the burden alcohol places on the health system, including the fact that when alcohol was totally prohibited, the number of visits to trauma units in South Africa dropped from over 42,000 to approximately 15,000 visits. There'll also be penalties for public transport operators who don't comply with the rules, especially now given that taxis will be allowed to fill to 100% capacity. Taxis now have to ensure all passengers are wearing masks and that all windows are open for the duration of the ride. If they don't comply, they could face a fine or 6 months in prison. Government has also clamped down on inter-provincial travel. Permits will need to be obtained for that. You can still go to church and funerals so long as you are among 50 people or fewer, but you can't visit family or friends. At the same time, the Cooperative Governance Ministry's papers went in yesterday in its appeal against a judgment that found the lockdown regulations to be irrational. Health Minister Zweli Mkhize also held a briefing and referenced the nation's unhealthy relationship with alcohol, talking about our tendency to binge drink and the risks associated with that, not just insofar as trauma admissions are concerned, but also in that it reduces inhibitions and means people are less likely to socially distance. The alcohol industry is seriously aggrieved about the sudden decision to stop all alcohol sales, saying they weren't consulted and weren't given any warning prior to the announcement. The industry has also warned of a looming disaster in terms of employment and the serious tax hit the nation will take as a result. This will run into the billions for a fiscus that desperately needs cash. This has also been raised by the tobacco industry, with the sale of cigarettes being prohibited from the start of lockdown. Tobacco company Fita lost its case in court to lift the ban, but its appeal will be heard this week. If you're concerned about what to do if you test positive for the virus, check out our video that explains exactly what to do and how to self-isolate. Taking a wider look, the World Health Organization is warning that many nations are going backwards with a surge in the disease after the world breached the 13 million infected mark, climbing by 1 million infections in just 5 days. The organization has raised concerns about too many nations neglecting the basics and opening up their economies too quickly and recklessly post-lockdowns. For more on the pandemic, go to ewn.co.za/coronavirus and remember to like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel.